thought I was about to get promoted until I found a hidden file with my name on it. A few years ago, I started working at a cinema. I was a bit older than most of my coworkers and already had some job experience. Because of that, I quickly became someone the team could rely on. Within 6 months, I was promoted to supervisor. The general manager trusted me a lot. I could handle busy shifts, calm down upset customers, and even manage the building when needed. I worked hard and stayed consistent, and the managers appreciated that because it made their jobs easier. After about 2 years, one of the floor managers announced she would be leaving in 3 months. I didn't want to assume anything, but I felt confident I would get the position. The company usually promoted from within, and I had proven myself over time. That's when things started to change. Another manager, let's call him Ryan, began assigning me to stock duties every Thursday. Before this, Thursdays were my regular projection shift, and I usually spent my evenings relaxing with friends. It was my only real break during the week. Ryan told me he was helping me prepare for the manager role by teaching me stock control. It sounded like a good opportunity, so I agreed. At first, everything seemed fine. Learning new responsibilities made sense. But after a few weeks, I started noticing something unusual. While I was counting stock, placing orders, and updating records, Ryan spent most of his time sitting in the office. I was doing almost all of the work, while he stayed comfortable. This continued for about 3 months. When the manager position finally opened, I went into the interview feeling prepared, but things didn't go the way I expected. The company owners were there, which was unusual. Instead of focusing on my strengths, they started questioning small issues. They mentioned times I was a few minutes late, showed security footage of minor mistakes, and brought up old customer complaints in a negative way. It felt like everything I had ever done wrong, even small things, was being used against me. At that moment, I knew I wasn't getting the promotion. Another coworker got the role. She was capable and hardworking, so I was happy for her. Still, I couldn't ignore the feeling that something unfair had happened. Not long after, I discovered the reason. One night, while working on stock reports, I accidentally opened a folder on Ryan's computer. Inside, I found a file with my name on it. There were multiple folders inside. They included records of small late arrivals, camera clips, and notes about normal workplace behavior. There were even screenshots from my personal social media. It was clear he had been collecting information about me over time. I felt shocked, but I stayed calm and finished my shift. The next day, I spoke to the general manager. He confirmed that Ryan had raised concerns about me before. He also told me Ryan might become the next general manager. At that point, I knew staying there wouldn't be a good idea, so I made a decision. Over the next few weeks, I continued handling stock duties as usual. Since I was responsible for placing orders and recording inventory, I understood the system very well. Slowly, I started increasing the amount of stock being ordered each week. At the same time, I recorded the usual numbers in the system. On paper, everything looked perfectly normal. In reality, the storage rooms were filling up much faster than they should. This went on for several weeks, and Ryan never checked the actual stock. He trusted the reports without verifying them. As the yearly audit approached, I made one final move. I suggested ordering extra stock for an upcoming busy weekend. Ryan agreed and placed a much larger order than usual. That was the final step. That same day, I submitted my resignation and left the job. The general manager supported my decision and gave me a strong reference. The next day, the delivery arrived, and it was far more than the cinema could handle. During the yearly audit, the numbers didn't match at all. The system showed one thing, but the real stock told a very different story. It created a serious problem. Ryan was responsible for that department, and he couldn't explain the situation clearly. In the end, he didn't get promoted. Within a few months, he left the company. I never spoke to him again, but I believe he understood what had happened.